Okay, just a little bit of housekeeping. It is being filmed. If you don't want to be on screen, just obviously take your camera off. But as it stands at the minute, you're all just got your little pictures up, so that's super. So, dance. I am a massive advocate for dance within secondary schools, but also within the wider community. And I do believe that dance is for everyone, no matter your ability, gender, sex, physical ability or disability. But for me, a big part of dance and engaging children in schools is what I call getting them hooked, or really just engaging them using the best sort of resources and professional works or resources that are out there. So dancing schools and hitting the right theme with an insight into engaging pupils in secondary dance, and it does link into primary as well. And I am just going to share some of my ideas today. Oh, I'm trying to click on. There we go. Okay, so why deliver dance in schools? Well, for me, it's a chance for children to be creative and to develop a love of art. I work in quite a deprived area, and my children at my school unfortunately don't get much opportunity for things like theatre visits or watching live performances. So for me, developing the curriculum, oops, sorry about that, I need to go back. No, what's happened, sorry. Developing the curriculum that will suit my cohort has been really, really critical, and I've been at my school for over 20 years. So the first thing that we really need to consider is be clear on what you want to achieve and why you're teaching this on your curriculum. I've delivered dance under performing arts for quite a long time, and more recently I've been moved under PE umbrella. I don't have a problem with that. I don't mind being under performing arts or under PE because I've got an amazing PE faculty that support dance, and they see its value and its worth on the curriculum. So obviously you've got to refer back to the national curriculum. And I would also advise that if you are an academy or a private school, just so that you know what direction you are going in. Now, your school, obviously you need them on board. And again, I am in a very, very fortunate position where my head is a big believer in the arts. Yes, we are always pushing the academic side, but he does see the value of the arts, not just the dance, but music, performing arts, drama, arts textiles, media studies. So for me, it has been good in that respect, but then we may have had new members of SLT who are pushing the EBAC and such like, which has had a bit of a detrimental effect. Obviously on me getting enough, a big enough cohort for Key Stage 4. So that has had an impact, and also Ofsted wanting dance to move into the PE faculty to make sure we're meeting the hours that are set out by the government. Stakeholder engagement, really, really important. So at my school, it's little things such as the little performances, the sharing on social media, as long as the children have got consent for that. Get the stakeholders, get them engaged, get them interested, taking your pupils into local primary schools, getting them to perform at old people's homes. I know at the minute this isn't possible, but hopefully when we get back on some sort of even keel, all these sort of activities can start up again. So what does it give the child? Well, it gives them the ability to be active and learn outside of the classroom. And I say outside the classroom, I also mean outside of the dance studio. I, over the last couple of years, have taken great pleasure in delivering site sensitive dance to my children, and I absolutely loved it. We've gone to different venues around the school, maybe a staircase to wherever, when we've explored how we can create and be creative in those areas, as well as being out on the yard or on a corridor. So it's taking and learning and getting them to experiment outside of that classroom setting. A big one for me is, regardless of academic ability, a child can achieve in dance or any art I've just been listening to Dance Syndrome, and they were saying if you can move your head, you can be part of dance. You know, you don't have to be fully able-bodied to dance. A simple action can create part of a dance. And I think it's really important that when children come into our lessons and we have reluctant dancers, that we, you know, we say anyone can dance, and as long, you know, as they're given the opportunity and the right topics and the right resources, hopefully we can give them that lifelong love of the arts. So for me, dance and the arts is a way to encourage gifts and talents that a child may never have had the opportunity to discover. We have got the power to unlock their potential, and for me that is a massive, that's my moral compass, I think, for why I teach dance, to unlock those children's potential. Now, oh, my PowerPoint keeps falling out with me. Okay, so I've just put some examples on here of some things that I deliver to Key Stage 3, because I do believe at Key Stage 3 is so important to get your topics right. And like I said, I'm a bit long in the tooth now. I've been teaching dance for over 20 years. So some things I dump, I don't like, and some things I've kept for quite a long time because I know it works and I know it engages the children at Key Stage 3, and it grabs them and it makes them hungry to participate in your dance lesson. So what have I used to hook in? Well, think current topics and link these to any professional works that you can find. Also scouring social media, YouTube, Twitter, etc., Vimeo, even adverts. I am blown away with television adverts and how much they contain dance. So encourage the children, because they will not even have noticed, honestly, they will not have noticed how much dance they are exposed to on a regular basis. So as a bit of a project, tell them to go away, watch some adverts, come back. What adverts did you see? Vodafone, the lady in the red dress, is a brilliant one, but that's just one of lots and lots and lots. So please, you know, use any of those sort of things to engage those pupils in the fact that actually, guys, you are dancing. And I'm trying to think, the Fortnite computer that was massive, probably, I don't know, 12, 24 months ago, they were dancing. They didn't know those characters were dancing. And I did actually at that point deliver a short scheme of work on the idea of Fortnite. And it was really good for my very low ability boys who academically low ability, who were completely on board. Because what do? All day, every day when they're not in school? Of course, they play on the computers. So it was a great hook, because I was showing them the characters, and I went, well, look, they're dancing, but they actually knew the moves, so they knew the dances far better than I did without even knowing it. So, like I said, really, really hook them in with different things. I absolutely love Still Life at the Penguin Cafe by David Bintley. I have taught that for such a long time, and it's a brilliant resource that I keep coming back to because it is so topical. So it's really, really good with thinking about the environment and thinking about extinction of animals, and obviously brilliant cross-curricular links, and also links into personal development so well, which is massive on our curriculum at the minute. I've got Pink's video of Try. If you've never watched that video, the dance is phenomenal in it. That woman, not only is she an amazing singer, wow, can she dance, and the kids are blown away. Again, they've probably watched that video, not even noticed it's a dance. It's a full dance. It is an amazing dance. Another of my old favourites is Swan Song by Christopher Bruce, but to be honest, I love lots of different Christopher Bruce works. And I also relate this to the kids. I'll say, who's the biggest football manager you can think of? And they might go Pep Guardiola or Alex Ferguson. I'm not a footballer, I might have said the names wrong. But I'll say, well, Christopher Bruce is as big as those in the dance world. And they'll go, oh, right. And because you've linked it into something they understand, they get the enormity, they understand what you're trying to say. Musical theatre, I'm sure lots of you deliver this, but for me, there's lots of new musicals out now. For example, we've got the likes of Six and Hamilton, which touch on really old historical stories, but are so modern and up to date. And again, the kids are loving it because there's rap in there. It's amazing. So that's another one. But I love Hairspray. You can't stop the beat. I mean, you can't stop moving if you put that track on. The kids adore it. And then other ones that I find that are not massively out there, people like Nikki O'Hara, who did a beautiful piece a couple of years ago called Human. If you go on YouTube, you will find that. And it was all about being human and about how difficult being human can actually be. And again, the video is filmed all sight sensitively, and it's absolutely amazing to watch. And all these topics, for me, work because it's topics that the children can relate to and they get it, okay? It interests them. I do lots of other topics such as football in dance. Again, it's a good hook in year 7. I do Mission Impossible, sort of secret agents, James Bond. They love it. But I'm not teaching you how to suck eggs. You guys know what works with your children, but I just wanted to give you sort of a broad overview of Key Stage 3. So great dancers are not great because of their technique. They are great because of their passion. And as a dance provider, as a teacher, I am hugely passionate about what I do. And if I'm not passionate, if I'm not committed, if I'm not showing them how to be, then how can I expect that of them? So you be that mirror, you be what you want that child to be in that classroom, okay? If you're being, on off day, and we all have them, and I'm getting older and my body's creaking and cracking, I've got to somehow overcome that because I've got kids who are bouncing and, you know, I want them to be disciplined but have fun. So please remember that dancers are great dancers because of the passion. Yes, technique, of course it helps, but don't ever crush that passion. So Key Stage 4, bit of a debate for me around Key Stage 4 and what is available to our students presently. I've been a massive advocate for GCSE dance for a long time, but 2 years ago I made the decision that for my school and for my pupils, I wanted to move to a vocational course, and after a lot of deliberation, I went with RSL. If you've not heard of it, it's part of the Rock School. It is it goes towards Progress 8, and it's a fantastic course. I know there's the BTEC as well. So why you choose which course is entirely up to you, dependent on your demographic and your intake. But for me, RSL hit the nail on the head with my children, and it's allowing them to be engaged, be able to relate and be able to explore. Unfortunately for me and for my school, GCSE dance got far too prescriptive, and what vocational courses allowed me to do is explore other works, more current works, and not necessarily that are just by the bigger companies at the forefront. It might be smaller companies. So the top picture, for example, I've got Andrew Winghart, Crimea River. If you've never watched it, it is the most beautiful and mesmerising piece. We've then got underneath Shadows by Phoenix. Now, obviously, that is on the GCSE spec, a beautiful work and a work that children can relate to. I based an RSL piece on that, and the idea that we are in Shadows, if you don't know, it's based about the idea that there's an outside force that's putting a family under threat. So we bring it up to date. Right, what's that outside force for you? Is it drugs that are out on the street? Is it violence? Is it domestic violence? What is it? Okay, so we relate it back in. And then my old favourite, Christopher Bruce, Ghost Dances at the bottom. Again, just another phenomenal piece. So again, it's about exploring, linking in. What can your children engage, relate and explore in dance that will make them these passionate with lifelong love of dance? Okay, so just to finish off, because I feel like I'm waffling, I just want to wish everyone luck on their dance journey going forward. I've just put a few links on there for articles and websites that I think would be useful to any dance practitioners. That is my Twitter link at the bottom. I like going on Twitter, and I post lots of things about dance. little things about my life, and also bits and pieces about netball, because I'm a massive netballer. And so much so I'm off to a tournament with my team this afternoon. So if anyone's got any questions, I'm absolutely more than happy to take those before I finish. But I just want to say thank you to Kim, Ryan, Richard, Jackie and Nicola for joining us today, joining me, and I hope that you go on to watch some awe-inspiring and inspirational speakers throughout today. Any questions, please do either pop them in the chat or just put your speaker on and speak, but thank you very much.
Thank you, Amy. I've not put my camera on because I'm in the middle of trying to do housework as well as watch.
Oh, bless you.
So I do apologise. I mean, I'm a massive fan of dance anyway. I'm primary based,
Yeah.
and I've moved into looking at wellbeing through art. So I've been looking at the way in which I can allow children to explore the different areas of wellbeing through art. So dance does come up when we're looking particularly at the body,
Yes.
and the things that it can do. So bringing that into primary schools is massive. And when I was a primary school teacher, I really did focus on the narrative dance elements. But Christopher Bruce was always a key favourite in year 6 as well.
Absolutely.
So I really appreciate seeing how you the transition between Key Stage 2 and 3 and 4, and the work that you're doing in schools, and I think I've got some really good further reading and some resources to tap into. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Not at all, Nicola. And if there's anything you want any assistance with, if you just DM me on Twitter, I have got some primary ideas and resooses I'd happily share. So just let me know.
Thank you so much.
Right.
The rest of the day. You win today.
Thanks. Thank you. Anyone else got any questions? Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you ever so much. And we will end it there. Bye.